Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm giving the people some time to get in here. Hopefully, pretty soon, everybody come through. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Shout out to everybody in the chat. For those that are coming through, guys, I hope you guys got your notifications. And if not, that is okay. Hopefully, you will watch us on the replay. So let's chat. I don't suspect a lot of people here this evening, not like it was this morning, because that was just crazy. But yeah, I mean, we pulled through. Shout out to you guys. Absolutely. Now let me see. I'm gonna check my phone and see who we have on this chat over here, right here. Welcome everybody. I see 31 people in the house. Let the people give some time for the people to get in here. Welcome everybody. Hey Christy B. Hey Failed Pessimist. How you doing, love? Hey Shadell. Welcome Nancy. Rando, you were there this morning, afternoon. Welcome. Silly, how are you? Silly Side Duck, thank you for being here. The only Angie, I see you. NJS55, shout out to you. The Acolyte, how are you, love? Nebby's in the house. Welcome, Nebulous. Yes. Everybody come through. DJ, Rhiannon, Canvas and Crimes. How are you? Canvas says, listen, I got my seat. I'm going to sit right over here. Welcome, everybody, guys. Thank you so much. The Last Ronin page. Everybody come through, hit that like button, please, and thank you. Chico's in the house. Hey, Chico love. Shout out to Chico. Grandma, welcome. Jen, welcome. Dazzler, welcome. Everybody, Daisy K, welcome. Oh man, Nancy, how you doing, love? Let's see who else. King's Kid. Hopefully those notifications go out. Blonde Bomb, welcome. How you doing, love? Bo, how you doing? Hey, Pat, how are you, my love? Shout out to you, Float. I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you're doing well. The Last Ronin, the Witchy Woman. Shout out to you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Tony, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Shamika, welcome. Let's see. Thank you guys for hitting that like button. Grandma, welcome. And Canvas just gifted us 5 memberships. If you guys got a membership, please put a heart in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, love. Thank you. You just got the party started. Yes, you did. Thank you, love. Venus, how are you? Not today. Do I need to get a stiff drink? I will never stop you because I really can't. However you want to do, love, however you want to do. I just got me coffee still, and just thinking about the hearing this afternoon and the different things and the emails that I got. So I got to talk about that. Hey, Pepperoni, how are you? Venus, how are you? Last Ronin, welcome. Shout out to you. Is it Gotham Inc. NYC? Welcome, love. Shout out to you. VD Kitten, welcome. Kelly, welcome. Calamity Rose, how you doing, love? Everybody come through. Thank you guys for being here. Sylvia, how you doing? Welcome back, Sylvia. Just a tea, please. Welcome. All those that were here earlier, welcome. I felt like we could totally do a little like opportunity to process that hearing because it was a lot of people. And then I had Baby Bunny and she was doing the most. She wasn't feeling all the way, all the way 100. So, wanted to talk some things out with you guys. The Grudis girl, welcome. Thank you so much for being a member for 14 months. Yeah. Wow, that's a long time, love. Shout out to you, love. Flor, yes, everybody got gives. Chico says, I done already rolled up a drink, and if you got them, guaranteed it's going to be some fuckery. Yes, it is, possibly. Very much possibly so. 3 shout outs. I know, I try to apparently, I mean, you were there 3 times as I'm like focusing. Shout out to you guys. Yes, Baby Bunny did get her fries. She got a Happy Meal. She did get her fries and a toy. So, yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for being a member for 2 months. Shout out to you. Thank you, love, for supporting my channel. Oh, man. Okay, guys. So, let's get started because I wanted to go a little bit back. Now, somebody had emailed me and said, Rabbit, you keep saying that attorney's last name like crazy. And they're absolutely right. And I felt like I had said it correctly, but I didn't. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna show you guys how you say his last name correctly. Apparently, that attorney's wife, Carrie, has like a podcast here, and they say the name all the time. And the podcast is Midas Touch Legal. So I figured I could start there before and I might murder the name again. You guys, I don't mean to. Literally, sometimes I just go with the flow. So this lady right here, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. This lady right here is the wife of Diddy's attorney. Okay, listen to how the name is said, because apparently I said it wrong.
It's the midweek edition of Legal AF, the podcast. Karen Friedman, Nifo, and Michael Pope.
Agnifilo. That's how you say it's Mark Agnifilo. And that's Karen Agnifilo. Okay, so Diddy's attorney is Mark Agnifilo. Listen, that shit was going to bother me because I wasn't saying it right. And I said, if I can go find out how to say it, I'm going to say it. So I'm going to say it right. All right. So Agnifilo. Now, I might mess it up again just because that's how funny I am sometimes. And my mind doesn't really work. Isn't it weird? It doesn't even look like it's spelled that way. Like, it's weird. Agnifilo. Yes. Agnifilo. All right. I'm gonna tattoo it to myself. Agnifilo. That's how you say it. No way. We should call him Aggie. No. Agnifilo. Don't make me say a different name. Oh my God, you guys. All right, so let's get it together. So I wanted to slow down a little bit and do a little recap of what happened today. Now, better way to do this recap is by talking about the inner city press and everything that was followed by there. And I thought I had a tab open, but I guess I don't. Lord have mercy. Is this it? Okay. So let's go to inner city press, because apparently we were also wrong on the bail hearing part. So that is going to be separate. And I made sure I updated my community tab as well as my description box, so everybody was aware that it wasn't a bail hearing. I was under the impression that it was, because of that being like a back and forth thing that was going on in the media. That whole bail hearing is going to be with another judge. That's what it sounds like. But what today was, it was like a status conference hearing. That's what it was. What was so amazing, though, is what we got to hear based on what inner city press shared. And I wanted to review that again, because like this, I'm going to tell you, this kind of really made me think a little bit of like, do they really have so much of this material? Like here's a post: Diddy docket, civil cases. So he took a screenshot of those civil cases. So no, they haven't had that hearing yet, Queen. They haven't. We just assumed that it had been denied. And I know that it wasn't just me. It was a lot of people that were assuming that that's what it was. But they haven't had that hearing yet. They will at some point, I'm sure. So that's my understanding. That's what everybody's saying. We were misinformed too, okay? And I will tell you, I'll show you what it says, because he actually updated it. I think we were all misinformed. And so I went back and I'm like, let me make sure I update this, period. Okay, let me show you what it says. So Inner City, who is a journalist that's like, basically on the ground out there getting the information for us. He's given us wordplay by everything, right? Shout out to him. I did buy his Patreon, so you guys make sure you go support. Always good to support journalists that are doing this kind of work. So Inner City Press wrote, COMBS appealed previous judge denial on bail application. So it's pending in the Second Circuit Court of Appeals, not before the district judge to whom the case has been reassigned. And so the judge's name is Aaron Saramani. I think that's how you say his last name. Today he said there's no bail application pending before me. This is why the person here put in there, I thought this was also a bail hearing. Is that set for another day? So again, that whole bail thing is with another judge. You're going to try to get into this. So that's where we're at. And we were confused too. We went back and we said, this is weird. Like, who is the bail for? I mean, here you have them outside waiting. We'll play this here in a little bit. But I want to go back to what he was posting about the discovery, because it was a lot of materials and we were reading it and we were just surprised and trying to understand what exactly was going on. Okay, so when it starts, Judge, May 5th, the trial will start, or I'll give you April if you want. Agnifilo, I think I said it correctly. If I said it wrong, correct me in the chat. We'll take May. That's what he responds. There's a lot of discovery. A lot of discovery. Okay. Judge then says, how long will the government's case be? And then the assistant attorney, her name is Emily Johnson, responds 3 weeks, but, so 3 weeks, but, and then it continues. Our investigation is ongoing, so there could be a superseding indictment. Superseding indictment. So when I heard that initially, I thought, what superseding indictment? Is that gonna like another one? Like another one? Like another one? Is there another, indictment coming through? Because that's what that sounded like to me, right? That's kind of where I left. I said, I do wonder, what is this all about? Are we going to hear another indictment? Where are we going to go? That's additional, right? All right, y'all are following me. Good. This is why I wanted to process this. It was less people, so it'd be good. The grand jury still meeting. Thank you, Paige. For us, at least for me, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm going about this as best as I can. So there could be more coming through that could be added. Is that what I'm hearing? If y'all are hearing that, then I'm hearing that, right? You said good, he deserves it. Well, I want to know what the information is. Yes, Paige. Okay. And then Diddy's attorney responds by saying there will be a defense case 1 week, I estimate. Then the judge responds, and let's turn to discovery. The prosecutor then says, we'll complete production by the end of the year. And when she said that, we were reading this, I was like, what she mean by that? By the end of the year? So it keeps going. Judge then says, let's turn to disputes. Diddy's attorney answers, we're trying to keep them to a minimum. We have an active dialogue with the government. I don't have any disputes at the moment. The judge then responds, that's fine, Miss Johnson. Direct Miss Johnson is the prosecutor. Anything more on discovery? The prosecutor answers, on Monday, we have 1 terabyte. And we were here, we're like, 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte of what? 1 TB? TB is terabyte, right? That's, when you see the TB, you know that's what that is, right? And everybody in the chat was like, yeah, it's 1 terabyte. So we were on pins and needles reading this, okay? So the prosecutor then says how she responded. We gave 1 terabyte, a device they asked for first. There were 96 devices. 96 devices ceased in March from LA, Miami, and his person at a private airport in Florida. We're extracting material over the next 30 days. That's right. That's right. So TB is terabyte. That's a lot. Well, oh man. Hold up. Let me shout out. Love, thank you so much for your Cash App. I just got it. Thank you for your support. Hold up. Thank you. I don't want to read out your name because I don't want Witchy. Thank you. Gotcha. Thank you, love. I see you in the chat. Thank you, love. 96 devices. Now, Chico was in the chat. Chico was like, Rabbit, I only got 5. I said, I don't even have 5. Well, maybe I do. I got my iPhone, my laptop, this MacBook. I might have an HP somewhere over here that I don't really use a whole lot that I bought like last year, but it's like really slow and stuff. And then I have a iPad, and those are just my 5s, not counting those that we have, in the family and whatnot. But y'all imagine 96 devices. That's a lot of devices. Ooh, Queen says, oh, Queen, aren't we still waiting? Where's the lawyer's lawsuit with the victim who was shopping the tapes, the catch and kill? That's what I was saying yesterday. I did a video yesterday, you guys. And after Wednesday's filing, because Agnifilio, I said it right, yes, he basically said he was accusing Homeland Security, basically the government, because they're the government, right, of leaking tapes. Okay, and so that's an issue, right? And making the argument about, that they're just leaking information. So, and it got me thinking about, well, what about those attorneys that are saying, like Ariel Mitchell Kidd, like, where's her lawsuit? Where's, you have Tony Busby who talks about, yeah, we have a lawsuit, 120 that are, we're working through this, yada, yada, yada. But we're wondering, well, where's everybody's lawsuits at? What's going on? So a lot of us are kind of wanting to know. You just got filed too? Yeah. So I do wonder, like, where's Ariel? Is she going to file this week? And then don't forget, she also dropped Adrena English too. So I don't know where these attorneys, where are they at? Where are they at with their lawsuits? Because I'm starting to question. And if they could push back and say, well, people are leaking this stuff irresponsibly, could that cost the case? Could that be like something where they could say, nope, you're tainting the jury pool, therefore you're not allowed, we're throwing this away, yada, 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 it's not going to work. Hey, Flash, how are you, love? How you been? That's kind of where my mind went. Like, I wonder if they could really F up the case for the victims. For now, we know of one victim in the criminal case, but the civil cases have so many victims, and we'll look at those screenshots. Yeah, something's not right, Queen, about the way these attorneys are moving. So I'm just gonna say that. Welcome, Summer. Shout out to you, Summer. Thank you for coming through, girl. All right. So no, Belen, we just started, girl. We just started. You are right on time. You said, I figured you've been busy. Shout out to you, Flash in the Pan. I'm glad to see you here. It's been a minute. Okay. So 96 devices. They collected 96 devices with, she says, we gave 1 terabyte, a device they asked for first. Well, hold up. Let me go back. Hold up. She says, we gave 1 terabyte, a device they asked for first. There were 96 devices seized in March, remember, during the raids from LA, Miami, and his person at a private airport in Florida. Around the time of the raids, Diddy was at the airport, if you guys remember. So they seized 96. Now, do all those 96 devices belong to Diddy, or did they belong to maybe other individuals? I'm assuming that they all had to belong to Diddy, but I don't know. And who keeps 96 phones? And I mean, he's a celebrity, so I guess they switch phones, they change numbers. I knew of a person who is a celebrity. I can't say, I'm not going to drop names, but they don't keep the same number, and they change names all the time. And, there's a certain way that they call you. So it just depends on who the person is and how they get through. So keep that in mind. Many homes, absolutely. So the attorney says we are extracting material over the next 30 days. Imagine extracting material of 96 devices. You think it's 96 burners? Ooh. So then the attorney continues to respond. The prosecutor. Current technology doesn't allow us to quickly extract. The government's ability to decrypt is constantly evolving. Also, sometimes with older tablets, we don't have the forensics tools. So we are looking for solutions. Some devices were damaged. Yes. Can y'all imagine that? So you think it's hidden cameras? Because they're not specifying what kind of device. You say maybe cameras with independent storage. Do y'all remember when you used to have the cameras with the little thing? Like could be security cameras, right? With like the little memory clips on them that you put and stuff like that. Like that's another thing too. I remember, hell, I still have I should probably bring it. I don't know where it's at. I have one of those like old school cameras where you use a little like chip where you save your memory and your pictures. Like that could also be a device. It's not always a phone. It could be something else. Yeah, that's what I think. I mean, I'm just saying. And damaged. Well, I think some are damaged. So out of the 96, some of them are damaged. Keep that in mind. You think it's destroyed for a purpose? It could be SD cards. Thank you. Micro SD cards. Those ones, right? Hard drives, yes. Jump drives. I mean, those are those are the things that you have to kind of keep in mind, right? So think of all those SD cards, flash drives, jump drives that they haven't been found. Okay. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that some of this is not VHS tapes. I'm pretty sure that some of this is actual, jump drives, SD cards and stuff like that. But 96. Now, we were talking about earlier this morning, we said, some of us, like myself, I still have flip phones. Sometimes I kind of wondered. I was like, well, why would I keep an old flip phone? Because back then, when we would have the flip phones, you don't always get the trade-in option. You would just upgrade to a new phone. So it was normal for me. Like, I went from a Motorola to a Nokia to a BlackBerry to a Sidekick. I'm just thinking of the various, to a Pebble. Oh Lord, I'm like naming various phones, right? And you would just upgrade phones. That's what you would do. And so, yeah, I could understand something like that where you're like, well, I don't want to give away that phone or sell it because, that has those pictures when I went nightclubbing, and was, dropping it like it's hot, and I was saving that. Yeah, that's kind of my thought process, nightclub, Palm Pilots, that's the kind of, you know what I'm talking, see, before I go, knows exactly what I'm talking about. She knows. Okay. So to me, so you tried, so Remy, you tried to blackmail. You never know, girl. The age of MySpace, you never know. But to me, that's why I wouldn't give up these devices. I just, in my mind, I'm like, one day I'll extract some of these photos. And I could tell you folks, I've never. Now you have the opportunities. You turn in your phone, you can upgrade to another phone, or you turn in your phone and you can, what's the word? Trade in or recycle them, because we're all worried about the environment, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. All right. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't keep all my phones. Now, some of you guys say, well, I hoard my phones, but that's what I do. Yeah, right. Some of here, you keep some of those pictures. Data wasn't a thing back in those days. It was just you take the picture, and if you got rid of the phone, you couldn't keep the picture. Oh, yes, the photo buckets. I used to have one, and I don't remember the password. So that's interesting. I don't even remember the email that I kept it on. That's how much I don't remember. Yes, you still, what about disposable cameras? That's a good one. Okay. Let's keep it together, y'all. Let's keep it together. So, anyways, they said current technology does not allow us to extract. All right. So the government's ability to decrypt is constantly evolving. Also, sometimes with older tablets, we don't have the forensic tools. So we are looking for solutions. Some devices were damaged. Okay. So, and it stops right here. Now, let me go back up because when he sends that, he then goes into, this is the things drive me crazy. The Twitter stuff drives me crazy because it doesn't always stay at the most current. It like moves around, and we were seeing all of that. Hold up. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it might be. Current technology doesn't allow us. We already read that shit. Okay, where are we at? Da-da-da. So, and then it went to, we're trying to keep it. Here it is. Nope. So then people were asking him like, hey, what is it with the bail? So this hearing wasn't about the bail, but I'm pretty sure that they'll probably either have one or not have one. So that's kind of where the status conference went to. Now, my thing that really got to me about this whole hearing is just hearing the 96 devices. Thank you for saying this. Sean says 96 makes sense when you consider it was 3 homes, and I'm sure he had cameras in every room, and they were all huge homes. So 32 devices from each house. Look at this. You just did the math so quickly, because I couldn't. I mean, yeah, you're right. So, yeah, you divide, it was at 3 houses. There you go, 32 per house. And then are those all working? And I mean, I guess I'd like to know. And you're talking about Diddy. This is somebody who, is privy to probably a lot of the technology that a lot of us weren't privy to. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of this is just like, well, he had more, I don't know, access to technology. That's another one. Maybe he can get the iPhone 16 or 17. Where are we at? The 17 or 16 before some of us could. That's another one. I'm pretty sure none of those were pagers, Chico. You never had a pager. I never had a pager either. But I thought the little chains were cute. That's it. Sean, thank you so much for the $4.99 love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Inside outside surveillance. Absolutely. Okay, I think I found a thread. All right. So then they talked about, here we go. 36 devices. Here we go. So from the airport, 9 devices were seized. From Miami, 36 devices were seized and 29 had been extracted, and 17 will be produced in our next production. LA, 51 seized, 27 will be produced in our next production. Also his phone from the arrest in September. So they have to like divvy up all these devices, the discovery, and basically they say production. So they all have to kind of put these together, and then like I'm trying to picture how they get the information out of these devices, and then the tools that they need to get those devices, like all the information from those devices. This doesn't not it just doesn't sound as easy as, oh, everything's uploaded to a cloud, right? Like, it's weird. Anyways, so and it keeps going. Um, let's see. Also, his phone from arrest in September. So the phone that he had on him. The prosecutor continues. The subpoena returns. We are putting them in a relativity database. Judge then responds. And Brady material? Prosecutor responds. The defense sent us a Brady request. Then the judge says, at the next conference, I will ask you about your progress. And then prosecutor responds, our investigation continues. So prosecutor continues and says, we have a subpoena. Oh, baby bunny. She said something. We have a subpoena out to COMBS Global. We are reviewing all of the material for privilege. Our filter teams removes some material before the case teams can see it. Then the judge responds, for motions, I'll give the defense until February 17th or before. We are here. Now, the judge responds again, let's have a next discovery conference on December 18th at 2 p.m. So the hearing for December the 18th is going to be all this discovery. That's what they're going to do, right? 2 p.m., December 18th. Let's turn to the defendant's motion. And then Agnafilio, right? Shit, I think I just murdered his name again. Diddy's attorney says, we're asking for a gag order. The concern is that the agents, just made up my own word. The concern is that the agents have been leaking grand jury information and making other prejudicial statements. Rhiannon, thank you for the 5. Shout out to you, Rhiannon. Thank you. What do y'all think about that? Gag order. There's probably information and they did, by the way, they didn't grant it. We'll get into it here because we were like, well, did they grant it or what's going on? But they're already alleging, at least Diddy's side of the fence is saying, like, y'all are leaking information. Hence why I dropped my video yesterday and I said, I'm a little concerned about how all of this is being moved and what people are doing. You guys, like, this is concerning. You know what I mean? You think it's BS? A Taylor, say more. And Rhiannon, thank you so much, love, for the $5. You know, Baby Bunny loves her French fries. Okay. Y'all heard her. She said fries. And we had to get her Happy Meal for, a girl with her little nuggets and her chocolate milk. And, oh, I know. Agnafilio. Thank you, Jen. Thank you. Planting seeds for getting messy. Hey, eat more pizza. It was a little chaotic earlier. Yes, it was. Hey, True Crime. How are you, love? So that is what we have so far. All right. Now I want to go to the press conference because guess what? All right. We got some pictures and I'm trying to figure out who these people are. Okay. So I'm going back to the paralegal. The paralegal. Is it Diddy's paralegal? He comes up there and he's like talking to everybody. It's against the law for things to happen this way, for this man to not be released. It's against the law. Y'all remember that part? We were sitting there. Sean says, I don't think he would use the cloud because that could be hacked and leaked. So I bet anything he had hundreds of storage banks. He'd been videoing for 20 years. Okay. Now, Sean, you just reminded me of something. What if in these 96 devices, okay? 96 devices, we actually find out about Kim's book? Sean, thank you for the $4.99 again. Love. Shout out to you. Thank you. Thank you. What if in the 96 devices, we actually find out about Kim's book? You never know. Or what happened to Tupac, the actual setup. Like, my mind just went there when I was reading this. I was like, what if this is this cloud that Albie Shore was talking about? Or, you know, like, what if that's really what the case is, you guys? Because can y'all imagine? Can you guys imagine 96 devices? I really hope that whoever they have in law enforcement, they have somebody that would know what it would look like, that would be able to like understand like this is actual, you know, her writings, because you never know, especially 20 years of like doing this, filming and all that other stuff. You never know. You never know what could be found. Lovely. Thank you so much. It's pronounced Agnifilo. Yes. Did I get it? Lovely. Lovely lady, please put a heart in the chat. Agnifilo. I'm going to leave this up. I love how you wrote this. The way you wrote Agnifilo. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We'll eat more pizza. We're waiting. We are waiting to find out if that is the case. Are they going to release more names? What's going to happen? What's the deal? What's going on? So what they agreed on here is that they set a date for discovery, which is December. Okay. They set a date for discovery. And basically what the prosecutors agreed is that, listen, we're not going to talk about this case anymore or anything. Like, you submit whatever, if that's what you want to do, go ahead, do your little gag order. This was not a bail hearing because they have, what did he say? He didn't receive no bail application. But I think there was a level, because I was confused too. I thought this was a bail hearing as well. So I do apologize for my confusion. But yeah. And then also, hey, Grape Tea, also, the attorney Agnifilo, the attorney Agnifilo got called out for the whole, like, the whole racial undertone that he was using in his argument in TMZ, talking about, let me see, hold up. Can I pull that up? I don't know if I can pull it up. But he got called out and basically said, like, you need to, like, he's using this argument that people are against this black man, you know, and they use a direct quote that he used during a TMZ video. So that was another issue as well that was brought up. Okay. Keep that in mind. Yes. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, hold up. Hold up. Yes. Please hit that like button. Please like the video. I want to go back to the press conference because some people were saying, listen, there's some characters in this press conference we got to talk about. And then guess what? We got the artwork for the hearing that we got to look at as well. Let me see. Lord, I had pulled I was looking at Dr. Dre's stuff. See if we can pull some information there. That's another lawsuit I want to get into and read because that's interesting. But I want to show you guys. Where did it go? I just have too many tabs open. Here it is. This might be it. Nope. Is this it? All right, here we go. Back to the press conference. There was this guy that was out here, and honestly, I think it was a paralegal. He goes out there and he starts talking about it's illegal. Well, we got a better shot of this because I totally missed a lot of what he was saying. Here it is.
You can't have the punishment before the conviction. Due process mandates bail or release pending.
Now he's wearing a hat, right? I don't see him wear glasses, but he's wearing a hat, correct? Everybody sees him wearing a hat.
Identify yourself.
Listen, my name is Ari and I'm a paralegal. The United States Constitution mandates that nobody's subjected to the penalties of a crime without a conviction. Therefore, it is mandatory that Mr. Combs be released pending a conviction. Also, to try to say that he may have tampered with witnesses, etc., there's no evidence that he did this. subsequent to being charged. To try to say that he presents a flight risk and everything like that, there's no evidence that he ever sought to evade prosecution. It's called prevention. You can't do that. You can't say punish a person for something they might do. They can only punish a person for something they have done. So the law mandates that he be released pending his trial, and that any deprivation constitutes a fundamental deprivation or violation of.
And this is when Law and Crime cut them off. They're like, we're done with this. So let me show you guys something, the artwork from inside the courtroom. Oh man, this is not this artwork. Who's the artist? Who is the artist? Hold up. Now I got some other pictures here. What did they do to Diddy? Look at Diddy and yo, Diddy. What is this? What they do here? Who is the artist? So I was like, is this? I was saying, who is it? Now they got Diddy, they got JANICE COMBS right here. The guy sitting next to Diddy, he's got glasses or he looks really upset, right? They're looking, and then you got attorney. You could tell Diddy's attorney's the one standing right there. You got the guard that's like falling asleep or some shit like that right over there. You looks like they got Janice's white glasses because she went in there with like white glasses and they were blinged out. Do you guys I'm waiting for like Dave Chappelle or somebody to say something about that. What is this? I'm gonna let that sink in. I'm gonna mute myself while you guys are watching this because I don't know what to make of this art. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments as I'm drinking my coffee. They got y'all recognize everybody that was in the courtroom, but it's the way that they made. No, this is not the only picture. Let me pull the other ones. Hold up. I don't know what to make of this one here, but did it really like smile this way? Or what? Hold up. Let me show you guys. I wish I was joking, but I'm not. What is this? What's going on? You think it? No, it's not. No, it's not. Is he? Oh, baby bunny. Hold up. What is this? Because they did say, you said, no. Yeah, they report at one point. Well, that's because he was on watch or something like that. He was worried or something like that, Mickey. I do remember hearing that. What is going on here? No, Donata, don't say that. Don't say that. I mean, I just like when I saw these pictures, I'm like, I don't remember like some of the. It's just weird. Like, look at this one. This one right here was the one that took me out. I said, "You kidding me? Who's drawing these?" Anyways, well, it must have been that colorful in the courtroom. Like it must, because I'm like, I don't know about the art. The art looks off to me. It just looks off. Okay, so then let's go to the press conference again. I just wanted to show you guys some pictures. And then you had these individuals speaking, right? And this man is also wearing a hat. So I'm trying to figure out if that's the man that was sitting next to Diddy or if it was the paralegal, the self-proclaimed paralegal that was there. Which one was the one that was sitting next to Diddy? I'm talking about this guy right here. Who was sitting next to Diddy right over here with the red bow tie? He's got a red bow tie, so it must be this guy. The other guy didn't have a bow tie. This one must be the one that was sitting next to Diddy. And the guy next to him also has a bow tie too. All right, let's play.
It can be. Ben, stand by. I want to get your answer on this, but I think we are hearing right now from Anthony Rico, who is one of Sean Combs' attorneys, but I could be wrong. Let's go back. This is live.
This is a serious proceeding with serious consequences, and all of us are addressing it accordingly.
Anthony, Is it a racist proceeding, as Marcus said?
He's okay to stay at the NBC for now. He doesn't want to. Nobody's okay with staying in jail for now. Okay, thank you very much. That's it for today.
Continue to believe that?
Okay, so we really couldn't get much from that.
That's it.
But I mean, Ben, it seemed that last point was nobody's happy being in jail, which again seemed to be the motivation for maybe why they want a quick trial date. I want to go back to what you were saying, though. We were talking about how he would bring, how this Texas.
So then finally, everybody's waiting for Agnifilo to give a statement, right? And he doesn't. He really doesn't. He just kind of leaves, and that's the end of that. There's nothing else that happens after that. We see, you know, Diddy's family leave. Everybody was trying to talk to everybody. They weren't having it. They're not giving any press or any media whatsoever. That's really how it kind of ended. Yes, you serious hearing with the ugly. The drawings were too much. I don't know about you guys, but these drawings were way too much. I mean, is it just me who feels that way? Y'all, I can't rewatch the court drawings. I know I'm not the only. Listen, I was consulting because I consult with other creators, and they brought the drawings to my attention. And I said, yeah, there's something like, okay, like, I don't know what to make of these drawings. I said, well, listen, they're better than me because I would have done like, you know, stick figures or something. I just cannot even, I don't know. They look a little off in my opinion. So they're expecting trial for Diddy, what did they say? 2025? May? Is that where we're at? May? May. That's what it sounds like. I mean, that's at least what's being put out there. So people are kind of speculating a lot of things. Now, hold up. You got the New York Post that is now saying, oh, man. And like I said, we're going to get a lot more information as things are going by and what has happened. Oh, hold up. How come I can't get my screen right? All these ads. Go away, ads. Here we go. Diddy's lawyer. See, and I hit that, and that just sucks. Hold up, y'all. Okay, good. The screen is over here. Here we go. Diddy's lawyers reveal the toughest part. Diddy's lawyer reveals roughest part of Mogul's life behind bars, and it's ridiculous. This was published tonight, okay? And basically says Sean Diddy Combs is struggling in federal jail, but not for reasons you might think. Okay, well, then what else is there to it? The mogul has been locked up at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center since September 17th after the judge denied his bail request, and he'll be sitting in his cell into the new year. Oh yeah, he's going to be there till the new year. Now, the fallen Bad Boy record founder, attorney Mark Agnifilo, disclosed the most challenging part of the client's jail stint on Thursday outside the Manhattan courthouse after the judge set Combs sex trafficking for May 5th. Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. Y'all put it on your calendars, 2025. That's when the trial is happening. And guess what? We are going to be covering as much as we can here because we want to know what is going on. And ordered him to remain behind bars. Okay. See, look at, there's the art. Oh, man, I wonder if they got more pictures than I did. Because I was shown these pictures and I said, you're kidding, right? Okay, well, that's the detention center. I've seen people go out there and check it out. This lady right here, she's been on TikTok trying to defend her client. So I'm like, really? Okay, whatever. Okay, there's more pictures. We don't need to see all those. But hold up, y'all. Oh, man, this thing is so, like, finicky with the ads. Okay, here we go. Diddy in Manhattan Federal Court on October 10th. There he is. We know that. He says, I think the food's probably the roughest part of it. So Diddy's, hold up. The most difficult part for Diddy in prison right now is the food. There you go. I mean, I guess that could be hard for everyone. The post exclusively revealed Combs' first meal in penitentiary, his choice of Swedish meatballs or a black bean burger, per the MDC Brooklyn food menu. He also had the option of egg noodles, green beans, and a garden salad with dressing as a side dishes. The sugar withdrawals for sure. I mean, but like alcohol, what else? Withdrawals, all that. That's he's I mean, he's gone through that. No, there's no filet mignon. There's no none of that. There's no carne asada behind bars, right? Like we kind of knew that. We kind of been knowing that, but apparently that was the roughest part of this. Now, I was about to work on another video, guys. I got to tell you guys something. Let's talk about our girl J-Lo real quick. So, do y'all know that J-Lo gave like an exclusive interview to Interviewed magazine. Lord, here we go. Jennifer Lopez tells Nikki Glaser, is it Glaser or Glaser, how a turbulent summer changed her life. Oh, so she finally has spoken out. I figured we would move on to this. This was released yesterday. I didn't catch it because honestly, I don't really give a shit. I just want to know whether she's going to be testifying, whether she's going to get caught up in this, what's going to happen. Is she finally going to tell the truth about the shit that she knew what allegedly behind, all this other stuff? That's what I want to know. So she's out here, and it says, it wasn't the summer Jennifer Lopez was hoping for, a canceled tour, the end of a marriage, and an internet pile-on that felt particularly brutal, even to an entertainer who has literally done and seen it all. Is it Glaser or Glaser? Y'all help me in the chat. Glazier. Thank you. All right. Y'all ready for this? I'm going to clip this and edit it and put in a different video so y'all can go comment over there on that. Mary said, did she find Jesus? Glazer. I think I said it correctly. We don't care about you. Okay. Let's keep going. All right. Y'all ready? But this is J-Lo, an unshakable force, an unmovable object, and knocked down. Well, how do you say that? An unknocked downable? Why don't you just say you can't knock the bitch down? Unknock downable. Like you can't knock her out. I'm sorry if you're falling asleep. What is this? Come on now. Even if she might occasionally stumble. So where is she today? And how have the last few months changed her? After a summer of relative silence, the comedian Nikki Glaser, I think I said it correctly, found Jennifer Lopez, who was more than ready to talk. Oh, I'm already liking the start of this. So they put the time, Tuesday, 1 p.m., September 10th. Let's see how much time I have here. And it was in LA for those that want to know where the interview happened. If you know, you know. All right. If you know, you know. Nikki says, hello. Jennifer Lopez says, hi. Nikki says, how are you? J-Lo says, I'm sorry, babe. I was finishing this other thing. It went a little longer than I thought. Nikki says, oh, no, you're good. I'm good. I'm oddly nervous. They start, laughing nervously. Lopez is like, why? Nikki says, because first of all, I'm talking to you and it's wild that it's happening. It feels like a make-a-wish. Second, did she really talk like that? It's so demure, so regal with a salad. Secondly, I'm not an interviewer. And I just realized that as I was prepping, I'm putting all this pressure on myself to get this exactly right. And I'm like, wait a second, just ease up, because this is the first time you're doing it. But actually, I just came from a couples therapy. So this is a welcome respite from the tension that was in that. What? Now I'm like, oh, I just get to talk to my friend J-Lo. So wait a minute. So she was at a couples therapy and there was a lot of tension there. And so then she's like, well, it's all good. I'm going to go over here and talk to my friend J-Lo. Really? Did that really happen? J-Lo says, that's the thing. Let's not think of it as an interview, but as a conversation between two amazing women. Oh, Lord. Nikki says, I will take that. You looked amazing in the pictures of you this weekend at the Toronto International Film Festival. Did you feel as amazing as you looked? It's hot in here. Like, goddamn, how many ass? Can you stop licking her ass? Like, it's okay. I'm sure she's an amazing. Okay, you look cute. All right, can we just sit together and do this like interview? J-Lo laughs. I felt really good. The movie's really beautiful. You do these things and then you forget because they're in the can for so long and you've moved on to other projects, and I've been taking time off, so I've not been in that mindset. I did the movie because it was such an inspirational story, and it was a Latino story. It's about Anthony Robles, a wrestler who was born with one leg and how he defied the odds in his sports. I play his mother, who had him when she was 16. Now that might actually win her an Oscar. Like that might not, like, girl, she might get it this time. All right. You don't know. I mean, I didn't know about the story. I mean, hell, you never know. That could be a good movie, you know? Okay. Nikki says, and you got to see it with the audiences? JLo says, I got to see it all done for the first time with the audience in Toronto, and people loved it and really responded to the emotion of the movie. It's one of those great inspirational stories that I think the world needs right now. This is me now. This is when she starts busting out in like musical singing. Yes. Okay. Nikki says, absolutely. JLo says, it's about perseverance and strength and overcoming adversity. Trying to read this. Adversity. I can't even read anymore, y'all. I'm trying. Yes, I felt great. And being there with Judy Robles, who I play, was beyond. I can't wait for the people to see it. Oh, man. Okay. All right. Nikki says, you said that something about it felt similar to when you portrayed Selena. Oh, Lord. Now you bring... I'm sorry. I wish I would have read this before. You said that something about it felt similar to when you portrayed Selena, and that really stood out to me. What is that feeling you had? Oh, no. Don't be messing with Selena. Don't. Now, see, now you guys are trying to get me mad. Adversity. Yes, adversity. She responds, there's just something different about playing real people. Sometimes you play characters and it's all fictional and you can really emulate the type of person you think it is. But meeting Judy and speaking to her about her struggles of having a child so young, and then him being born without a leg, and what that meant and how she carried him with her, that was her fault. Huh? Hold up. Let me read that again. And how she carried with her that it was her fault, and then her feelings of not being good enough, and then her son inspiring her. When you see the movie, you see what happens at the end. It's fucking mind-blowing what the human spirit can overcome. I mean, okay, all right. Is it something that I'd watch? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a good character. This might get her an Oscar. Can y'all be nice in the comments? Let me know. Yeah, they really need to start leaving Selena alone. Like, stop. They need to. Nikki says, what's the process? What's the process for you putting together that portrayal? Do you call her? Do you go visit face to face? Do you study how she talks? What about getting her character right or just representing her in tone? JLo responds, it's both, because you don't want to do an imitation, but you want to capture the essence and have enough of the mannerism and the voice and the tone that you disappear. Jennifer goes away. So she's talking about herself. Jennifer goes away. All right. Wow. Jennifer goes away, and all of a sudden, it's a different person. So, yes, I talked to her first on Zoom for hours about our lives, about our relationships, about our kids, and so much of the stuff that gave me wounded up in wounded up in the movie. Even things that weren't written, little by little, you see the arc of this woman growing her self-esteem through the facts that her son just won't give up. And if he can do that, then she can do it too. And then I met her in person and was like, I want to sit with you and Anthony and see how that is. And so we sat down, and then they were on the set even until the last day. I mean, it sounds very intense. Is this like method acting? Kind of like she really, like, that's what it sounds like to me, you know? I don't know. You said it reminds you of a South Park episode. Come on now. This could be an Oscar. I mean, you never know. You never know. I don't know. We'll see, you know? Nikki then says, I can't help but see the mirror of your quest for self-esteem. I can't help but see the mirror of your quest for self-esteem. The one that you found for her. You have been very open about how you've also struggled with your own. Oh, shit. Okay. I don't think people would ever think Jennifer Lopez could struggle with low self-esteem. I struggle with it, and people are always shocked based on what I do. What's been your journey with your self-esteem? Can you go back to the beginning? Here we go. Jennifer Lopez answers, my whole life has been proving my enoughness. Dealing with feelings like you're enough from when you're very young is something that you don't figure out for a long time because you're not looking at yourself like that. Something is driving you and your decisions, and you don't know why. You start going, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? Then Nikki responds, okay, what do you think got you? What do you think got in your head early on that you weren't enough? Huh. Wow. How did they even get here? Because she says enoughness. My whole life has been proving my enoughness. Okay, gotcha. So she's asking, what do you think got in your head early that you weren't enough? Okay. It was just being ignored. Yeah, she talked about that in that documentary. And also that her dad's a Scientologist. And well, she never says her dad's a Scientologist. We know that. Sound like the alarm went off. Not again. Not again. We know that. Okay. But her dad's a Scientologist and her mom is a narcissist. She said her mama was a narcissist. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Okay. It was just being ignored, being a middle child, having a very outgoing mom and a dad who worked all day and worked all night and feeling like you weren't important, like you weren't a priority. That embeds in you. And I think your parents are doing the best they can. Even now, being a parent, I have much more empathy for what they've been through. I love my parents, but I do see the effect of who they were and how they raised me, how they were raised on me. You don't even really know until those things start manifesting in your actual adult relationships. Oh, Lord. I'm comfortable with this person ignoring me. I'm comfortable with this person treating me this way or that. That for me has been a journey. I think my whole life I've just been trying to say I'm good enough until where I am now, when I know. I'm giving myself credit. I'm telling that little girl that grew up in the Bronx. Oh, Lord, not the Bronx. You've done really good for yourself. I didn't do that for so many years. And now I think with everything that's happened in my life and in my relationships, even in my career, it's like give yourself a bit of comfort and love. You've been through a lot of things that nobody knows about. And you've persevered and you refuse to give up and to let it get you down. There's something to be said for that because things are really changed in your life in a way that you don't want to give up and say, fuck this. This is too hard. I don't want to do this anymore. But I'm not there. I refuse to not give myself everything that little girl deserves. Followed by a picture. Okay, girl. That was the longest response. It is really hard. I'm having a hard time reading the damn thing. You said, would that have made a bingo card for this interview? Nah, it's not even worth it, girl. She brought up the Bronx. You said I'll give it to her. She's a great actress in her real life. Super entertaining. Too bad she can't do the same in her films. Shout out to Mia. I don't know. What do you think, Renee? You said, oh, how sad. Are you being sarcastic? You said go to jail directly to jail. Do not pass go. Well, I mean, I don't know. Let's see how long this ish is because this is like, oh my God, I just cannot get over these photos. Okay, hold up, girl. Here we go. Nikki says, when did this little girl get the time of day for you? Is this recent or has she been knocking at the on the door for a while? Is she finally in? Are you talking to her every day? Wait a minute. She talked about that little girl and self-love in that movie. Like, why are we talking about so what happened with the little girl? Okay. Which is J-Lo. J-Lo says, I am now. And again, it's not until you go through incredibly hard moments and huge disappointments that you never could have imagined that these things start becoming crystal clear. But the journey for me started probably when I had my kids. And that was 16 years ago. You start slowly chipping away at the different things. This is not right. And this is not right. Learning how to be your own, and you start putting the pieces together, and then you think, oh, I did it. I've got it. Nikki then says, I've arrived. I'm fixed. J-Lo responds with, she gonna talk about this is me now. Okay. J-Lo says, with this is me now and the project that you mentioned earlier, I felt like, whoa, I got here. I'm good. I did all the work and look at where I am. And then it was like my whole fucking world exploded. That's all your guys' fault. Why did you guys make J-Lo's world exploding? Y'all made her world explode. What happened? What happened? She said it here. It's all your you 300 and some people here. This is all your fault. I blame YouTube. I do. And I blame you guys too. Why'd you guys do that to J-Lo? Because Acolyte. Oh man. All right. Nikki says, that was such a moment because I felt it for you too. In The Greatest Love Story Never Told. That documentary was so vulnerable, and I really fell in love with you in a way that I didn't see coming. I almost watched it to be like, what is this girl about? This jealous version of myself that's always had you on this pedestal. Like, your life is perfect. She doesn't have any problems. And if she does, fine. The rest of us, the rest of her life is perfect. The ugliest part of I gotta take a break. Hold on. The ugliest part of me was a J-Lo critic. And at my lowest low, that's where my mind would go. not just for a moment, but for anyone I had jealousy over. Then I watched this documentary along with Halftime, by the way, and I walked away so impressed with what you were willing to show. It's so interesting to me to see that you're still arriving at new levels. You're still chipping away. And JLo responds, you can't stop laughing. I might have to stop this at some point because this is going way too long. All right. JLo says, it's a lifelong process. I think that's what I love about life, that there's no arrivals, that there's no arrival point. Really? That there's no arrival point. There's only getting better and growing if you want to. It's either growing or dying. And I don't want to do the dying part. And yeah, there are times where I thought I figured it out and then life goes. Let's send you another thing and see if you fall for it. Let's see if you really have learned that lesson. And I hadn't. I understand now in a much deeper way, which doesn't mean that I won't make mistakes in the future. But again, when your whole house blows up, you're standing there in the rubble going, how do I not ever let that happen again? And then you start examining it little by little and saying, okay, I did this. This was my part in it. And this was what I should have seen earlier on. This is what I didn't look at. Those things are what really are the lessons. Oh, shit. So here she's talking about Ben, y'all. This is where she's saying, I decided to ignore all the red signs before, and now this is where the house blew up. And now I played the part, and this is what had happened. You saw that coming? I didn't see the house blowing up coming. Like, I was like, this. So she blew up the house. She said, this is me blowing up the house. I mean, I could buy another house. She's talking about that house that they listed on the market for like 6.5 million, whatever. That's what she's talking about. She's pulling a Gone Girl. Okay. Nikki says, it sounds to me like you're looking at the explosion, your house burning down, and you're past the point of any shame around it. How do you examine what you did wrong without falling into what's wrong with you? I'm really just asking for myself. Oh my God, girl. Like, did you really just say, it sounds like you're looking at the explosion? It's like, is it a metaphor? I'm gonna have to stop reading this because I won't be able to go to bed. This is too much. Can't. Jennifer Lopez laughs. The work is figuring out yourself. It's looking back the feelings underneath and the belief system that we have about ourselves that make us certain choices and creates certain patterns in our life. And so when you get to a point where you think that you've learned the lesson and then it blows up in your face again and again and again and again. Now I added the agains. Okay. You realize, okay, I haven't. So what is it that I need to look at right now? I would say never stop looking inwards because it's so easy to blame everyone else. Everybody else. I'm going to need a Regal salad after this. A very demure salad after this. Yes. Mm-hmm. Nikki, of course, says, exactly. Oh my God. How come I didn't realize that? You're so right, JLo. Okay. JLo responds, but you have to be healthy. You have to be complete. And if you want something that's more complete, you have to be good on your own. What? Says the woman who's been divorced how many times? I thought I learned that, but I didn't. Well, shit, Sherlock. And then this summer, I had to be like, I need to go off and be on my own. And I want to prove to myself that I can do that. As she is taking selfies and riding bikes. And yeah, that's what she's doing. Nikki says, was it hard? bitch. No, it wasn't. The lady's rich. she's gonna be fine. Then he says, was it hard? Lopez says, yes, it was fucking hard. Yes, it was. Oh, sorry, I'm drinking right on my mic. She's now. Well, there you go. You now, for everybody ages, maturity. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if I had so much money like J-Lo, I wouldn't want anybody near me. I got my kids. Let me watch my kids grow up. That's what she just can't be alone. That's the thing. All right. She said, yes, it was fucking hard. Nikki says, Nikki asks, what does it look like when it's hard? It feels lonely, unfamiliar, scary. It feels sad. It feels desperate. But when you sit in those feelings and go, these things are not going to kill me. It's like, actually, I'm capable of joy and happiness all by myself. Being in a relationship doesn't define me. It doesn't define me. I can't be looking for happiness in other people. I have to have happiness within myself. I used to say I'm a happy person, but was still looking for something for somebody else to feel. And it's just like, no, I'm actually good. Girl, the pictures. I need a drink. You said this lady's a few something survived something. There's a lot of animal print. All right, how much? I don't think I could finish this, but Nikki says then, I think we all know you have to love yourself before you can let someone else love you. You know that. But do we practice it? Do you feel now that you're practicing it? J-Lo responds, that to me is a scary thing too, or confusing, because it's like, oh, you couldn't love me if I have flaws. I have to be perfect to be loved. That's not true. Somebody who truly loves you will help you heal those parts of yourself. I don't know about that. See that? Okay. Anyways, let me stop. That's what I've learned about love, that it is a secure thing. You make me feel safe when I fall short of glory. You understand me and you help me to grow to be better because you have your boundaries and I have my boundaries. And I go, here's where you're falling short for me. And here's where I'm falling short for you. And so we get better at those things together. That's a mouthful, girl. I hope she's in therapy to kind of address this, because this is like sit down with a therapist type of situation. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, she needs to, somebody she could really, really, really do this. Nikki then says, now it sounds to me like you have a new bar for the next person that comes along. Wait, what next person? Now it sounds like to me you have a new bar for the next person that comes along. Who? J-Lo says, here's the thing. There's no new bar because I'm not looking for anybody. How's that? Dun, dun, dun. That's it. That she's not looking for anybody. She's not looking for anybody. She's done. She's going to be single. All right? I'm done reading this. Not Diddy, behind bars. Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, I got to stop reading. I promise you guys, I will continue reading this in a separate video. I'll add this together and edit it out. Y'all can make fun of it. It'll be like a nice little conversation. Look at this. There's more to it. I just want to make sure I know where I left off. Oh, man. Look at all these pictures. This is a long-ass interview, girl. Oh, my God. And this is all... Yeah, I can't read all this. That's too much. I can't be doing that. I'm already tired. Oh, my God. I know. Well, gag me. You all right, y'all. I thought she meant bar? Like, I'm like, a new bar. What you mean by a new bar? She's not dating anybody. That's what the young people call it, bars. I don't know. And then Nikki says, interesting. Is this the first time you've been able to say that hold up. Hold up. I got to read this last part and then I'm done. Interesting. Is this the first time you've been able to say that as a single woman? JLo says, yes. Yes. Oh my God. What does that look like for you, girl? All right, I'm done. It's the bar. It's the bar. All right, guys, I'm done reading that because that's too much. I will probably do a separate video on it. Y'all keep an eye on it. Now you need therapy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, guys, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I will see you guys on the next one. Shout out to everybody that joined tonight and everybody that gifted and super chatted. You guys are amazing. Again, thank you guys for supporting me. I will see you guys on the next one. Hit that like button for me. Bye.